What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. If we have time, obviously not much has changed on the S&P 500, but I do have an article that I want to show you guys, which kind of references the S&P 500, and I find it quite useful. It's basically talking about Bitcoin holds steady below $50,000 in volatile weekend trading. So really what I want to go over and cover with you guys is the current corrections that are happening right now within the market. Yesterday, we basically saw the markets kind of settle at our bottom support. It was Sunday. We had to figure out where we would be settling and closing the weekly candle. And you can see, to my surprise, we actually closed the candle right on our uptrend as well as on the moving average, which is actually incredible and a very, very, very strong support level for XRP, which, you know, there's a small chance now that we could see a reversal, which is what we're looking for, back to the upside here, basically ending the bear run or the bearish market that people think we currently just entered and that I think we've been in for quite some time now. So I'm very excited to go over today's video. I think we need to just update what exactly is happening right now with the current price of XRP and where it could be moving to in the very near future, as I do strongly believe we're at a bottom here, as most markets are oversold. You can see it carries on most of these cryptos. Everything looks, for the most part, pretty good, and honestly, I'm not too worried about it. So I do want to talk about that. Otherwise, today's video is brought to you by ALTO Crypto IRA. As you guys can see here, your future powered by cryptocurrency. It was only a matter of time before we started seeing things like this, come around in the market, but I find it really cool at just the way businesses start to use cryptocurrencies as, just another option out there is something pretty exciting, and that's why I like to talk about it on the channel. So the fact that you can have a meet the tax-free way to invest in crypto with a crypto IRA, you can use your retirement savings to buy, sell, and trade directly through Coinbase. Who knows? The currency of the future might just shape yours, which is really crazy. Now, obviously, I don't recommend dumping your entire or moving your entire retirement into crypto. I think that's crazy. But to open another IRA and trade in that with a small amount as a tax-free savings net or a tax-free retirement account would be pretty cool. But they offer some other stuff too, which is really nice here. So more information about their IRA as well as their crypto IRAs at the end of today's video. I've also linked them down in the description below if you'd like to check them out early. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, I feel like the first thing we have to cover is obviously this CNBC article. I feel like it really sets the tone for today's video. I'm not going to read the key point summary, but as you guys can see here, it basically is saying that Bitcoin prices bounced around Sunday, but remained below $50,000, and cryptocurrency tumbling more than 17% just 24 hours. You can see the main part that we have to look at here is where it goes. Here we go. It looks like somebody likely got hit with a margin call yesterday and thus was forced to sell. Equity strategist at Miller Tabak. The Bitcoin market tends to be much more thin on the weekends, so that probably exacerbated the decline. Once the dust had settled, the buyer came back in and it stabilized. Still, the selling over the last 48 hours builds on recent declines for Bitcoin. That I agree with. And the cryptocurrency officially entered bear market territory November 26. Okay, that makes more sense. I was reading that it was just starting, and there are some people saying that the bear market just started right now, which that I don't agree with. But November 26 is right. Actually, that's pretty late too. That's right around here. And I don't think that ideally is what I would consider a bear market to be exact. You could consider it because that's where really the fell off almost started here with this uptrend here. But I think this has been a slow decline for quite some time now on Bitcoin for the most part here. You can also see here that it says once we broke through 54,000, that's when they considered it to be a decline. Under the $50,000 level, it's notably given that it's below the trend line from the July lows. Whether it regains the level or not next week is up to that. Bitcoin is nearly 30% below its all-time high, close to 69K, which it hit, and it says Bitcoin is in no man's land right now, and that does not seem to be changing anytime soon. The long-term bullish case remains intact, and prices seem poised to consolidate between 52 and 60K. So yeah, I do agree with that. I still believe that most people are fairly bullish on cryptocurrency still, and I am still currently pretty bullish on cryptocurrency as well. I don't think that this small little reversal that we had is enough to, send us into a parabolic bearish market right now. So I do believe there is still growth left in this coin, and this could really just be the bottom for right now. I don't think November 26th was a start. I believe we started the bear market, back here when we started to create the lower highs in November 9th. They're pretty much pointing November 26th right here, which I can kind of understand. You can see there was a support where a lot of moving averages were, and then prices broke bearish, and that really started a terrible decline here. But we've been in a lower high pattern since pretty much the start of November here. Now, the reason I'm kind of surfacing that this might be the bottom, and now don't kill me because I'm adjusting the charts right here, but just check this out. So also, this might make a little more sense here. You can see how we're not necessarily at the entire bottom. Maybe I might have moved my charts by accident. Like, look at A. We clearly closed below it. And we clearly closed below that. So I'm just going to move the chart just enough to hit bottom on point A, not for point C right here. So slightly, oh, that's the wrong line. Just slightly tweaking this lower, you can see here that once we now hit point A, you can see that it also lines itself with point C currently. Or let me get it a little more here. Point A. I mean, we can now consider this to be bottom. We could also consider that where we currently were to be bottom, but I'm going to say this is about the bottom for this chart that we have currently on XRP, and extending this line just so that they meet here. Let's see. Let me adjust this. Yeah, this looks about right here, or hold on. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much the top right now. So there's not much of a difference here. This is pretty much the entire market extended currently. So you can see downtrend and uptrend here. You can see now we pretty much align with the bottom supports. We hit bottom supports pretty much right at a T here, and we're currently bouncing off that. So I still believe that we're currently at the bottom, retesting point C as we speak right now. I do believe point E. I don't know why it was so extended like that. This must have gotten messed up somewhere. But right now you can see that we are currently in this Elliott wave here, and when you confirm it on the weekly here, you can see where the downtrend is, just like this. Maybe this could be a little lower. That makes more sense. Just like this. This is a downtrend, and this is the uptrend here. And you can see why I believe now we're using this as a support here. It's aligned perfectly. You can see we're currently bouncing off that right now. We could move this slightly up. You can see why we kind of used it before. It was retesting point A right here. But regardless, I do believe we are currently still in a good position, bouncing off bottom supports here, and point C has been retested, and we are currently using it as a support. So I do strongly believe that we are at a bottom. I really do strongly believe that this is bottom for XRP and a lot of these cryptocurrencies, and we're probably going to get a really direct answer as to where we're going to see cryptos go to. I strongly believe that we've hit a bottom currently, and that this is pretty much it on the crypto, and we'll probably expect to see reversal back up to point D. That's strongly where I believe we're going to be moving to, because I know back in the past here, back in July, early or mid-July here, after we had our major tumble and our major correction, a lot of people were still, probably thinking, okay, we're definitely going to be pumping lower. Why would we bounce up? Why would we reverse off of this? And you can see what immediately happened. Everybody was extremely sluggish all of June and all of July here. Everybody thought, XRP is done for. It's over. That's going to be it. And then look what happened immediately after point A. We immediately shot up, and we saw a major reversal to the upside here. So if you weren't prepared and you were completely emotionally invested in this major roller coaster to the downside here, you would have missed out on this massive opportunity to capitalize off this run to the upside here. So I believe strongly that the same thing is applying itself right now, that yes, we've been in this major slump for quite some time now. Since November, we've had about almost a month exactly of this consolidation here, 30 days of this correction and reversal to the downside here, and not many people are ready yet for the reversal to the upside here. It's going to come unexpected, and the unfortunate and the emotional tragedy that we've been having right now for this correction to the downside here is exactly what everyone was feeling back here. So the fact is that once we now see the reversal to the upside here, we're going to be prepared, and that's what we're really waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for, is this correction back to the upside here. We're retesting clearly point A at the bottom here, clearly retesting point C, and I do strongly believe that this is a bottom. So I'm getting ready very soon for a reversal to the upside. That's truthfully what I'm expecting to be a bottom, and I do believe strongly that we're going to see a point C to D, obviously taking advantage of this on Bityard, and I have linked Bityard down in the description below. But basically, they offer call for XRP here. And once we can confirm that this Elliott wave, and you can see it clear as day, you can even draw it in on BitYard here, which I also like to use, a clear uptrend right here, and we have a clear downtrend right here. You can clearly tell that this is a massive symmetrical triangle forming here with lower highs and higher lows, and they are just pinballing off each other, that there is going to be a bounce off bottom support, I strongly believe, back to the upside here, and I'm going to be ready to take advantage of this C to D movement by leveraging crypto. Not on this limit order. I like to do market with maybe a 10x leverage, typing in the amount of leverage that I want, 1,000, and then clicking long, and pretty much buying in and leveraging the coin from bottom here, 75 cents, all the way up to what could be $1.17. And on XRP, we have the target exactly at about probably closer to like $1.13 here. That's pretty much it. Now, I know I have moved these upwards slightly, and I probably still could. It just depends on how you want to look at the weekly charts as well as the daily charts here, but this is pretty much it, to be honest with you. This is the downtrend here, clearly hitting the points at the top here. We had some wicks go above, but this, for the most part, is fairly accurate, I would like to say. So point D being right about $1.13 exactly, or $1.14 would be that top target level. So I'm really expecting to see a pretty significant run. We're looking at a 70-cent run all the way up to $1.13. It's going to be about a 46% jump, and just be prepared for it, because that's honestly what I'm expecting. I think this is perfect. We've been calling day after day after day for XRP, for this to be the bottom. We've been waiting very, very, very patiently for this to fill out, and you can see it's pretty much pulled us all the way back down to our target at point C here. So I only think it's a matter of time before we swing to point D. Also confirming that strongly as why I think this is the bottom here at point C. As you can see, Ethereum is also retesting its moving average here. After the major reversal we had, we're back to retesting right at the perfect point that we've been calling as the target for Ethereum. So you can see here, after these major falling wedges, this is the target that we expected to see a run. This is the target that we expected to see a run. And now this is the target that we expect to see another run. So we've had this happen twice already, where we have these falling wedges, we bounce off bottom support and explode to the upside here. Did it twice. This is now the third time of consolidation. So we need us, very similar to the past year, to retest its moving average, to retest its red uptrend here, as you can see we're currently doing. And then I should expect to see a run to the upside here, which would be confirmed by closing pretty much above this downtrend here. Pretty exactly. This downtrend here would confirm a run to the upside here. So I believe that XRP and I believe that Ethereum are ready and primed to break up. You can also see that XRP is also oversold, which is another prime indicator of a reversal, as well as Bitcoin. This is the only one that was kind of unfortunate and kind of unsettling, because we did break below our uptrend here, which gives me a little bit of the nerves here, but I can slightly tweak this chart lower here, just like this is probably the lowest I'm going to drop it. Still intact here, retesting supports and resistances, and we are kind of intertwined with that right now and oversold. So I'm hoping we can recover from this and swing back above here. That's the ideal scenario. Otherwise, we did break bearish on this, and we are going to start to see, you know, a decline quite substantially. All I know is its last vital uptrend and support would be this red uptrend here that we did bounce off of, but we should hopefully stay above, I'd say 48, 49K, and then we're about 50K. That's the ideal goal. Stay above 50K and start to get back up to the upside here. But that's pretty much going to be the update for today's video. S&P 500, once again, this is why we dumped, and this is why they're saying that, you know, because S&P dumped, that's why Bitcoin dumped. I don't think there's a correlation there, but this was a necessary and extremely healthy pullback. And if they are going to say that they are similar in that regards, then I strongly believe we're going to be seeing a big reversal and a big healthy reversal off the S&P 500 very soon. Every time we become overbought like this, we are followed by an immediate dump. And you can see we were overbought here, and now we were oversold. You can see right now we were extremely overbought here, and now we're becoming oversold. So once again, retesting moving averages, and what comes after this major dump? Big swing to the upside here. So maybe a little more consolidation. I'm expecting to see a big swing, and if they say it's correlated, then Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum should see the same exact thing. Otherwise, guys, I do want to talk more about ALTO IRA with you. All right, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to ALTO IRA for sponsoring today's episode. As with all financial projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So, guys, ALTO is a brokerage company that facilitates investments in alternative asset classes through retirement accounts such as IRAs. And it calls its retirement accounts the Alternative IRA trademark, but it's simply simply an IRA with flexible investment options, also considered self-directed IRAs. Now, unlike many companies, ALTO IRA allows its investors to invest in almost anything that's legal. It's partners with angel investing funds, real estate lending companies, crypto exchanges, and a variety of other online alternative investment providers to basically facilitate investment opportunities. Now guys, ALTO IRA supports traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, and even SEP IRAs. And if you have a rollover account, you can roll it into traditional IRA accounts. Now, once you have chosen the type of retirement account that you want to open up with ALTO, you can then choose from two products. They have ALTO IRA and ALTO Crypto IRA. And through ALTO's list of over 60 plus partners, it's very easy to start investing in a wide variety of alternative investments, including farmland, startups, art, and much more. Now, cryptocurrency investments has pretty much been steadily gaining in popularity over the past few years, but options for investing in crypto with retirement funds are still few and far between. But ALTO offers a simple and seamless solution to this. Through the ALTO Crypto IRA, you can invest in any digital asset that's supported by the Coinbase exchange, and ALTO's direct integration with Coinbase makes it pretty much easy as possible to invest crypto through your self-directed IRA. Now, the ALTO Crypto IRA will allow you to trade coins 24/7 with a minimum investment of just $10. Now, from a tax standpoint, there isn't technically any fundamental difference between a standard ALTO IRA and an ALTO Crypto IRA. However, the company has decided to keep the accounts separate out of an abundance of tax caution. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, and for me personally, I wouldn't move my current retirement account into a crypto IRA, but if possible, I would open up a second one and trade inside it to avoid capital gains, which, believe it or not, people are currently doing with stocks in their Roth IRA. Now, obviously, before messing around with your retirement account, please speak with a licensed professional about your options if you were to consider a crypto IRA. And guys, ALTO IRA is also one of the lowest cost self-directed IRA providers available today, and unlike most of its competitors, it doesn't charge a setup fee, and its ongoing fees are all below average as well. Now guys, you can get started with ALTO by visiting the links in the description and following the steps on their website. And lastly, cash assets that are held with ALTO IRA are protected up to $250,000 by the FDIC insurance. However, unlike stock brokerages, any funds that are invested with ALTO are not protected by IPC insurance. It's important to understand that alternative investments tend to be riskier and have less liquidity than more traditional investments like stocks and bonds. And I think it's important to note that with high savings rates, you could probably become rich using investments like index funds in the stock market, and you really don't have to be fancy to become financially independent. And with that said, I certainly make the case for using self-directed IRAs, and if you're a skilled crypto trader, ALTO IRA could help you put more funds towards your investment empire. If you're not sure whether alternative assets make sense in your retirement investment portfolio, then I would urge you to stick with conventional investments until you determine whether those asset classes make sense for you. Simply put, alternative assets don't belong in every retirement portfolio, so be careful and don't let caution stop you from making the right investment choices for yourself. Otherwise, huge shout out to ALTO IRA for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.